Guys, we're going to do something a little bit different today. So this is a shipping video. These are the guitars, and you are all at home wishing that they were there with you. So I was watching, we did a great video just last week with Jeremy Sheppard, and I was watching it last night, and it started me thinking. And the video that we did was the In Tune Challenge. So what we did is we got Dan to play a tune on Jeremy Sheppard's guitar, put it in the case, and whenever Jeremy got that guitar on the other side, he took it out of the case, and the first thing he played was that same song. And it was just to see how in tune the guitar was.
So let's see how well this guitar actually stays in tune. I'm Jeremy, this is Guitar Hunter. Thank you to Emerald Guitars for building world-class, unbelievable carbon fiber guitars.
So one of the things that we do a little bit different here, apart from the fact that we build all our guitars from carbon fiber, is the fact that we ship them out in tune. Now, I think most guitar companies in the world don't do that, and because temperature and humidity changes as a guitar is traveling from one side of the world to the other, puts a lot of tension on a neck and movement, and generally whenever you transfer or transport a wooden guitar, they go horribly out of tune. Our guitars tend to not. Now, the strings might stretch a little bit because they're new, fresh strings being put on, so the overall tuning might drop a little bit, but they tend to be in tune. So it's something we've been doing over the years. So we're going to do an in-tune challenge with you guys. So if you're watching this and one of these guitars are yours, we want you to get involved. What we're going to do, I've asked Dan to play each one of these guitars. We've chosen a song, and it's Wish You Were Here. And we just thought it kind of as a fit. It's a really nice, iconic song that everybody knows. I even know it, believe it or not. Don't expect me to play it this week. But yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. So what we're going to ask you guys to do is whenever your guitar arrives, we want you to open it up out of the case, get somebody to video you if you're comfortable with that, and play this song, play Wish You Were Here. We're going to send you guys the tabs, we're going to send you the music, we'll send you the recording of Dan playing it, so you can learn it. You're going to have a week, you know, somewhere thereabouts to learn this, and yeah, should be a lot of fun. So so we decided first guitar this week is perfect. Wish You Were Here on a 12 string. So the first guitar we have going out is going out to Mohammed in Saudi Arabia. I don't think it's the first guitar we've sent to Saudi Arabia, but we haven't sent very many there, so nice to see it going out to a more unusual location. And Mohammed has gone for the X20 12 string. So this is our iconic 12 string. I think is a fantastic representation of what we do in 12 strings. So the X20 model is just that great all-round body size. It's perfectly suited for a 12 string, although we've been doing just as many X30 12 strings because it gives you that big full jumbo sound. But I think the X20 is that really nice balance point. You've got really nice balance right across the range between mid, bass, treble, and again works great with the octaves. So with carbon fiber, you get all that strength and stability that you get, which is really, really important on a 12 string. And I suppose this is going to showcase it better than any. Ship a 12 string all the way to Saudi Arabia, a very different climate than we have here, and see if all those 12 strings are still in tune. This is a proper challenge. So a X20 12 string finished in black carbon, a pure natural black carbon, black tuners, and the Arabia element pickup system. So that's a beautiful one to start with. And yeah, Mohammed, look forward to seeing if you can play this Wish You Were Here on that one. Now we're underway. Next up is going out to Linda in Washington. Now this might be a little bit, Linda, I hope you'll take up the challenge. Wouldn't it be wonderful to hear you play Wish You Were Here on a harp guitar? So this is our Synergy X7. The Synergy X7s are small body harp guitar. It was designed off the original X7 body that we used to have. It's the only guitar in our overall range that has a center sound hole. So that shows this is a guitar that was designed way back, I guess, pretty much close to 15 years ago now. And but you know, it works great with a center sound hole. And we didn't feel like we needed to update or change this. It's a beautiful little guitar, really nice compact design, and it's got that nice contour on the bodies. Works really well. So Synergy X7 finished in red carbon, and what we have on here is we use the adjustable saddles, the Graphtec adjustable saddles on our harp guitars right across the range. Reason we do that is it just gives great separation and balance right across the strings, and you don't need adjustable saddles for intonation on obviously on the bass on the subs, but it just gives really good separation in the strings. So I find it's just a really good pickup system, and keeps some great clarity, because a harp guitar is a difficult thing to amplify. You've got a lot going on there. Everything can just kind of get very mushy and blended together, but I find this system works good, really, really good for it. So that's going out to Linda in Washington. Now, next up is going to Austria. So Sebastian in Austria has gone for the X10. Again in the black carbon, and this is going to be an interesting one for Dan, because we can do this with the high vibe. Now this is going to be interesting because on the high vibe we can record a track in there, and then you can play along with it. So so this is the challenge for Dan on this one, is to record a track, let's send it to Sebastian, and he should be able to play that back on the other end. Right through the system. So if you don't know about the high vibe, I'm not going to explain all the details here now, but basically it's a smart system that has built-in actuators into the top, and what it does is it creates the top of the guitar, turns the top of the guitar into a speaker, and it allows you to be able to record loops, play them back through the guitar. It allows you to put various different tones and effects through your guitar as well without being plugged into an amplifier. So it's a really cool system. It's been very, very popular over the last while, and it's actually going to work perfect for this challenge. So the X10, which is our nice compact body, beautiful contours, nice slim profile neck, and finished in the black with black hardware.
Hi guys, so this week we're doing a bit of an in-tune challenge with a twist. We're going to get everyone to maybe have a go at Wish You Were Here from Pink Floyd, the absolute classic guitar song. So there's a few different things here that we wanted to show off in the shipping video this week. Also, we've got 3 guitars in here with high vibes. So for anyone that doesn't know, a high vibe is the preamp and pickup and speaker system built into the guitar that turns your acoustic into a sort of smart guitar. It's got things like a built-in tuner, built-in effects. So you've got a range of effects here like reverb, chorus, delay. You can hear the sound of the reverb is actually coming straight back out of the guitar. There's a couple of little speakers in here that sort of give you effects in real time without having to plug anything in. But we do also have a built-in looper. So what we're going to do this week is to get everyone involved if they want. We're going to record me playing the acoustic guitar part to Wish You Were Here on these 3 high vibe equipped guitars. And then if you want, whenever you get them, you can unbox them, see if they're in tune, and then play along with the loop that I've sent you. So let me just show you how that works. We go into our looper here. There's also the High Vibe app on our phone. This basically just adds to the level of stuff that we can do with the High Vibe. We can change loads of parameters on the effects. We can sort of, use extra things with the looper and presets and stuff as well. So let me just show you how we record this. Okay, so just as an example there, I've recorded the first little bit of this one. I'll go back out and go to playback, and I can play back what I've just played. And that's just coming straight from the sound of the guitar. There's no leads here, we're not plugged in. Look, magic. So, I've already recorded a full loop of this earlier. Let me just show you what it sounds like whenever we play back over that, and I'll do some lead parts with it as well. There we go, so you can try it yourself whenever you get your guitar. Hope to hear some nice playing from you guys. Thanks.
So it's an X10 with quilted maple veneer, and we've done this beautiful burst on the top. Absolutely stunning colors going on there. And then it's quite a dark finish with black inlays. So I've been loving these black inlays that we've been doing. So we've got the black vines, and that's done on a gloss black against the satin finished carbon fiber, the raw carbon fiber. So the two different finishes just really contrast off each other. So it's subtle, but really does still stand out. Now the pickup system here is what makes this really, really cool. And this is our first step into a real crossover between acoustic and electric worlds. It's got the Graphtec piezo's, you've got a Crevo humbucker, and this is a humbucker that's very much designed to complement the acoustic side of the X10, and gives you a really nice big full humbucker sound. Then we've got controls on the side here. You've got your three-way switch to change between Graphtec and Crevo. You've got volume for the Graphtecs, volume for the Crevo, and volume for MIDI. So you've got a 13-pin out here as well. So very versatile, and yeah, Dan might be able to have some fun with this. Beautiful red back and sides, black hardware, and a wonderful, wonderful pickup system. Now, we're going all the way to Canada. And this is really cool because we're going to be shipping these to very different climates. Now, Saudi Arabia, I'm not sure what the temperatures are there at the moment, but I'm sure it's a lot warmer than it is in Ontario in Canada. And you know, we're going to California, Mississippi, Oregon, Austria, like a lot of different climates that these guitars are being shipped to. But the carbon is going to prove its stability in this. So this one, another X20, beautiful red carbon. And I can actually still remember the day I first did a transparent red over carbon. It was a guitar that I was supplying to a guitar store in Dublin way back in probably 2001. And I just absolutely fell in love with the color. And we've been doing it ever since. So yeah, red carbon, transparent, black hardware, and just an absolutely beautiful X20. And this one, let me see what pickup system we've got going on in there. This is K&K. So K&K pickup system with the volume control, and yeah, really nice. Next up is going to California, Jerry in California. So Jerry has gone for the X7. So this is our smaller body guitar. And normally this would be at the start. We normally do our shipping video, start with the X7s and work our way up. But we thought we should start in a 12 string this time. But this is the baby in the range. So the X7 is our small, kind of parlor size guitar. Beautiful proportions. And still has a full big sound. You know, it's a nice compact body, but it's very much still been designed to get the maximum tone. We've given it 12 fret to body, and that just, you know, brings the neck right back into it a little bit, shortens the overall proportions of the guitar, makes it very nice, very comfortable, very playable. And that's a 24-inch scale, so slightly shorter scale length as well. This is candy stripe Padauk on the top, stunning colors. This beautiful almost iridescent reds and oranges going on there, and the browns. Absolutely beautiful colors, really nice pattern happening here. Inlay is gold with white infinity knot at the 12th fret. We've got a black hardware, and we've got a red carbon back and sides. Now, very nice. And again, we've got the high vibe, so again, maybe Dan can do some magic with that. Right, now we are going to Oregon, and we're going from a little small X7 to the big X30. Actually, let's have a look at these two side by side. So you can see quite a difference in body size. But if you were to hold both of these, you'll find that while the X30 is big, it's not that intimidating. It's really a very comfortable jumbo to play. I say it week after week. It's the contours that we have in this body, the extended neck access, that big rib bevel, this very generous asymmetrical side here. Really small details that make a huge difference to the overall comfort and playability of this guitar. But it's all about the sound. I mean, this is the guitar, and I've said it so many times in shipping videos. When I designed the X30 and put the strings on it for the first guitar, I can still remember that moment. The first notes that we played on it, it just sounded so big and huge. And you know, normally when I build a guitar for the first time, you spend a lot of time tweaking the process and getting the sound just right. But this one, right out of the box, just nailed it, and I've been loving it ever since. This one is finished in Cocobolo. Such a striking veneer. It's let's get in and have a look at it. It's got lovely quilting going on in it. Really unique. It's got the beautiful sapwood running down the center here, and just the dark browns with that light wood contrast. is stunning. Then the inlays on the fretboard, we've got the gold Celtic knots, and I think goes very nicely with that gold stripe in the center, and then the black hardware on the headstock, and another little light colored flash up there. That's a stunning guitar. Red carbon back and sides, and it's always tough to choose the color for back and sides with the top. Red works, amber works, black carbon works. Some people go with a really dramatic contrast as well, but I think that's beautiful. And it's going to have a rich, full, bassy sound. Now, the last one we have this week is going out to Chris in Mississippi. Another X30. This one's quilted maple, and beautiful amber burst. Beautiful vintage amber burst, and there's so much depth in this. When I'm looking down into it, you can just see it move so much. It's got so much iridescence, so much movement, and it just catches the light absolutely wonderfully. The fade on this, the burst that the Carl has done, just perfectly executed, wonderful colors, and yeah, I love everything about that. So it gives you this really almost a vintage vibe on a very modern guitar, and just the black unidirectional carbon on the fretboard looks really wonderful on this. Black hardware, black carbon back and sides, and then we've got the high vibe. So there we are, guys. That's a wonderful lineup of guitars this week. Dan's been able to showcase the tones of them this week. We don't do that every week, but I think that's a nice addition this week, and I'll be looking forward to seeing what you guys do. I know it's throwing it out there. Not everybody maybe would be able to take part, depending on your confidence and your playing level. But I'd encourage you to maybe do that. It'd be wonderful to see every one of these guitars being played in your hands, and it's just such a nice thing, you know, to be able to send a guitar out around the world, and you guys have that first experience. And if you can share that back with us, that's what keeps us excited. That's what inspires us to keep building these guitars for you. So there you are. All right, guys, have a great week, and we'll see you all next Friday.